Oh, for crying out loud, I've used the wrong end of the job. Whatever. Hello. Apparently we're recording this. I will pray to the gods that there is no chainsaw behind me. I do apologise for the last video. I cannot believe how loud that came out. Today we're doing another ramen talk. I love doing these because I get to eat ramen, and I realise that they don't perform as well as my unboxings, but like I get millions of views. But I'm going to do them anyway because I like doing them and I get to eat food. So today's flavour is this one. Can you see that? It is hot chicken flavour ramen, jajang version. So this is, do you remember those Samyang spicy noodles that I tried? Like the very first Samyang spicy noodles that I tried that almost killed me? This is the same, except this is the jajang version in a packet. And I'm not looking forward to it, but only based on the fact that I nearly died last time. I'm hoping that because it's jajang, I don't know if you can see, that it won't be as deathly spicy, but I did try a bit of the sauce because it got on my finger, which by the way looked like tar, because you're obviously mixing the spicy sauce with the jajang, and jajang's like dark and so is the spicy sauce, so it looked like tar. And I tried a bit and it's very spicy, so I've got some water here just preemptively. So we're going to go ahead and try this. So I did exactly as the instructions told me. I put the noodles and flakes. Actually, I did it wrong. I put the noodles in 600 millilitres of boiling water and cooked them for 5 minutes. Probably did a bit longer than that actually. And then I took them out and realised I hadn't put the flakes in, so I put the flakes in afterwards. Then I removed the water, leaving a little bit left behind. And then I put the liquid sauce, which was not liquid at all, it was like tar, into the noodles, and then apparently I had to stir fry it for 30 seconds. Now I stir fried it for a bit longer, as in a few minutes, because I had quite a bit of sauce in it. I left too much, sorry. And obviously I have got chopsticks, I'm not going to be able to use them properly because I've used the wrong end. So you're supposed to use these ends, not these. I've used them ends. But you know, we're going to go with it because whatever. I don't know what these bits of meat are, unless that's the bean. I don't want to be eating mushrooms either. And I've also plopped in a chopped up green onion because you need to have that for ramen, in my opinion. So let's dive into this. So I can still use the chopsticks, look, and I haven't used chopsticks in a while because I haven't eaten any ramen in a while. So apologies if I'm just rubbish. So let's try it. If anything, it's hotter. So, oh my god. Wow. So we're not going to be here for ages on today's ramen talk because I might die. But I do have a couple of very interesting topics to talk about. And if you read the title, you probably know what the first one is. The flavour is divine. I love jajang, and mixed with the spicy flavour is really nice. It's just a bit deathly. I can't remember which video it was in. I think it was either the last ramen talk or like the one after that. I teased something. I teased that I had some important updates. Re me getting a dog. Those updates have turned into more updates. And guess what's happening? I'm getting a dog. Yes, I am. So, literally, the day after I complained in a video that I wasn't getting anywhere dog-wise, I received a voicemail from Dogs Trust to say that if I was interested in adopting this one dog, to give them a call. And they actually did call me, but it came up as unknown ID caller, so I obviously didn't answer it because I didn't know who it was. And then I got the voicemail the very next day. So, oh dear God. Yes, after 3 meets, I have met this gorgeous little girl 3 times. After 3 meets, she was given the okay to come home with me. So, it'll be this Sunday that I get to take her home. She is currently called Shady. We are going to change that to Sadie because I've got it all over my hand. Because I'm not too keen on Shady. I understand why they've called her Shady, but I don't think it's a good name. No offence. She is a 1.5-year-old German Shepherd cross with a husky, and they're thinking that it's something else, but I'm just not sure what it is. They think border collie. She came over with about 10 other German Shepherds, and I said just F it, and I applied for every single one because I just wanted a dog really badly. And so I did, and I got the call. Now, it was a bit touch and go to begin with because they had to reassess her because she is possibly the most nervous dog I've ever seen in my life. Stop. She will not come to you at all. The first meet, she sniffed me and my sister a couple of times and did nothing else. She was very scared she's very scared of new things. She's not interested in toys. She's not interested in food except for when she has to eat, which will be a difference with my other dog, Polo, because he's a Labrador. And so it's going to be a slow process because she's a very nervous dog. So what they did was they introduced her to other dogs in the kennel, and she got along splendidly with them. Another dog made her come out of her shell a bit more, and she really liked playing with them. However, after a while, it got a bit too much for her and she had to go away. So they called me up and said, we're going to reassess her and see if she needs to live with another dog, which would be a problem for me because I don't have another dog. Luckily, they came back after a week and said she's okay to go home on her own, as long as she has other dogs to socialise with. And we do have a perfect, lovely little 10-year-old, he's massive, 10-year-old Labrador called Polo, as you've obviously seen. He's exposed himself to you a couple times on camera. Who'd be perfect to socialise with. We've also got another dog in the family, another German Shepherd cross with a husky, who would be lovely to socialise with. So that's going to happen. And so after 3 meets, she became able to take a treat out of my hand and let me clip her onto the lead. I was very excited. And this is also the first female dog that we're going to have in the family. To my knowledge, she has been spayed. Although when they went to go and spay her, they found a cut where the spaying would have normally taken place. So they think she's already been spayed. However, if it turns out that she hasn't, and we start to notice that she comes into season, we can take her back and get her spayed for free. So that's good. So yes, I'd get a dog, guys. Now, my initial thought was, oh, I'll get to take loads of doggy photos and videos and I'll make actual content based around the dog. However, because she's such a nervous dog, for the first possibly month or so, I am not going to shove a camera in her face. So after about a month, I'll start planning some, hopefully she'll have settled down into the house by then. So after about a month, I will assess the situation and plan some content slash videos with her in. I had to fork out a lot of money for new fences, which is another reason why I said in the last video, the last unboxing, that I shan't be unboxing anything for a while because I've had to fork out this amount of cash for the dog and also for the new fences. Now, I was assured that she would not jump the fences because of her nervous nature. However, she probably, with our fences, our old fences are probably about 4 foot, so she could probably clear that if she wanted to. And just standing up, the fences would probably come up to here on her. So her front section would be fully over the fence. And I thought, I ain't taking that chance. So I bought 6 foot fences. It was not cheap, but it was worth it because, you know, I already would do anything for her. So, well, yeah, that's the first topic. I'm getting a doggy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to like eat this every 5 minutes. And now the other topics I wanted to talk about is, I actually don't know because I don't have any other topics to do. In the world of K-pop, so we have, who have we come back? So we have, obviously ATEEZ has come back. Hello. Tail by Sunmi. I know I talked about it in the last one, but like initially I was like, well, Sunmi, what the hell is this? And then I was like, wow, Sunmi, this is amazing. And then Once came back, and now I don't like Once's new song, but I have really started to like Succumb Swimming. And also the music video for their new comeback is like a masterpiece. So I really recommend you go and watch that. It's called Beautiful Beautiful and it's amazing. It's like this dystopian world. It's so good. Other comebacks. Oh, Pentagon came back like yesterday or the day before with Do or Not. I think that's the title, I'm not sure. And it's like giving me Daisy vibes so badly and I'm really here for it. So, that was good. I was confused because I thought they were going to the military, but whatever. Who else? Oh, Purple Kiss's debut. I initially didn't like My Heart Skip a Beat, and then after this debut, I put it on my list because who doesn't love a bit of Purple Kiss? They debuted with a song called, I need to pronounce this right because it's like a weird word, Ponzona, and that is an incredible song. Such an incredible song. They're so talented, and as they should be because of RBW. You've got groups like Oneness, One-Way and Mamamoo. Absolute talents there, so they should be. They didn't, this isn't a recent comeback at all. This was like a month ago, plus a month ago. Cherry Bullet, Love So Sweet. Soz. I did not like the song to begin with, but it's really, really, really grown on me. And I really like it now, so listen to that. Anything else? Anything else? Majors is, remember Anne's, who disbanded last year? Their company have debuted a new group called Majors. People are going to think I'm sick and I'm not. And although I don't actually like their debut song that much, but I like the B-side track that they debuted with, which is Stronger. That's a really good song. What else? Anything else? No. What's upcoming debuts slash things? I haven't listened to Super Junior's new song yet and I want to. Dripping's got a new song out. Jessie, as we speak, this is the 17th of March. Jessie's come back today. Weekly's come back today. Someone or a group called Mirai has debuted and the boys have done their first Japanese album. So I'll check them out. ITZY's got a song coming out, the first special single called Midzy, which is their fandom name, on the 20th. And then on the 24th, we've got a Tease and Dreamcatcher coming back. Not coming back, having a Japanese comeback. A Tease, I'm very looking forward to that. IYAH's having the 5th album on the 25th. Who else? Oh, WJSN, WJSN, is it Cosmic Girls? They're having a mini album called Unnatural at the end of the month. So those are all the good ones that we need to look forward to. Like, I promise one of these days I'll do a ramen talk where I'll come with actual topics. I'd like to say that anyway, but can we all thank God that Piers Morgan has gone from Good Morning Britain? Look, there's been times when I hear him speak and I thought, yes, I agree with your views there. And I think that needs to be said, it's a good job. But it's the way he says things is so, like, your opinion doesn't matter, my opinion's right. No. Recently I've watched Murder Among the Mormons on Netflix. That was good, wasn't it? Like, the first 20 minutes you sit there and think, what the hell is this? This is not what I signed up for. This is not the true crime that I signed up for. But then someone gets bombed. Poor Kathy Sheets. She didn't deserve that. Having a bomb, picks her up and getting bombed to death, even though it was just like a cover-up just so that no one would suspect him for the other bomb. But it was the interview bit that made me really just like disgusted. How he just sat there and just justified all of his actions without speaking with any remorse in his voice or whatsoever. Also, like, it's just Mormonism. It's not like the end. It's not like Are you being deadly serious right now? Why do they always pick the time? Like, Mormonism is weird to me. Like, you see these people that like just absolutely refuse to drink or do drugs or have sex before marriage, and I like applaud you for that because that's a good thing. I can't really speak for the sex before marriage because I'm not married. Look, I don't do drugs or I don't drink or smoke or anything like that because it's bad for you. But like, their views and their like beliefs and their origin story is a bit like, and how the hell did people not see this coming? I mean, he literally called people up and said, what are you looking for? And then the next day said, I found it. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Have you ever tried looking for something that you've lost in your home? You will never find it. Ever. So people are a bit stupid. No offence to anyone in that world. Hopefully that chain store's stopped. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I apologise for my face because I've been like attacked by the acne gods for some reason. Look at this giant volcano on my neck. You can't see it because I don't want you to see it, to be honest. I've got one here, one here. I've got like a million tiny little ones around this vicinity. Just stop. Okay. Oh, JB's trending. That's now called JB, not JB. Jay. Changed his name. I like it because apparently he secured the distribution rights and copyright things with Warner Music to release Encore. What a leader he is. Yesung is trending. Who is Yesung? Okay, I thought it was Yesung, never mind. Oh, the Grammys. The last thing I'll talk about, the Grammys. Like, I do not like Dynamite that much, honestly. It was massively overplayed. And I'm not a huge fan of BTS. They're really talented people, they do some good songs, but I'm not a huge fan of BTS. However, Dynamite should have 100% won at the Grammys because let's be honest, looking at what it was up against. What did win? Let me just double check. the album. Oh, no, it wasn't the album. Oh, okay. So pop duo performance / group performance. It was Rain on Me by Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga, Intentions by Justin Bieber and Quaver, thank God that didn't win, Exile by Taylor Swift and Bon Iver, BTS by, Dynamite by BTS and Undia by Bad Bunny, Dua Lipa, J Balvin, blah 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 blah. So like, Dynamite should have 100% won against those, because Rain on Me was probably the one out of the Western songs that was the most popular, but Dynamite was more popular than that. Like, no offense to Lady Gaga, she's an amazing artist. I love Lady Gaga more than BTS. However, Dynamite should have won. I'm gonna go. It always does this. I always want to leave and then it cuts off. So I'm gonna go. I still have like a lot, like just under half, I'd say, of this left. Uh-oh. I apologize, I couldn't finish it all. Sorry. Apologies I couldn't finish it all on camera, but I would have killed myself otherwise. So I'm gonna go finish this and, you know, prep the house for the new arrival, because I'm going to become a father. Of a dog. Of a dog. Not having kids. Ever. That's an absolute definite answer.